Bob Chapman, getting back into the economy, I mean, it's old news for our audience. Everything we've said is now happening because we know it's a pre-planned globalist program. You said they would start imploding the euro, but out of that announce their Bank of the World. They're now doing that, admitting it's an economic dictatorship. Even mainstream news is saying that. What's coming next for gold and silver? What's coming next with the globalists?
Well, you heard the song "Up, Up and Away," and that's just the way it's going to be. And you know, one of the psychological aspects of this, and these people are very good at this, but if you know what they're doing, you can spot it right away. And J.P. Morgan Chase came out a couple of days ago and said gold's going to $2,500 by the end of the year, and here they are with the largest short position, naked short position in silver. And silver usually runs with gold. And so you kind of figure, what are they up to? Well, what they're up to is this. They're trying to set up a barrier. The barrier is $2,500 because they think on the short term, before the end of the year, it could go higher than that.
By the way, you did it again. You said that last Friday, and then yesterday I was watching MSNBC at 3 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, and there they were admitting, saying, well, J.P. Morgan had to admit this because they're trying to set a psychological new ceiling. I mean, Bob, you just are awesome.
Well, thank you very much. It's just common sense and understanding the criminal mind. And if you want to find out what they're doing, you have to think like a criminal. And obviously, I have that talent. I should have been a policeman like Frank Serpico. But anyway, I probably would have ended up like him, you know, out of the business because I couldn't tolerate the bad things that were going on within the police structure.
Well, once you let any corruption in,
that's what they're trying to do here. And they're not frightened about gold. They know it's going to $8,000. They're just as smart as we are. But they wanted to go there as slowly and incrementally as possible. And
as you said
really
3 years ago, when people were talking about $2,500 gold for inflation in 1980, you said, no, it'll take about 3 years. When people were saying it would take a year. And now here we are 3 years later, and they say $2,500 by Christmas. And you were saying, what, last week, that they could be as high as $3,000 by next Christmas?
No, by the end of February. That's usually the end of the, quote, season for gold.
So you're saying,
and,
you're saying 6 months from now.
Say that again, please?
You're saying 6 months from now it could be $3,000.
Yeah, $3,000, $3,200. And incidentally, being on 2 weeks ago with Paul Craig Roberts was a thrill. He's one of my heroes. And anytime I can get on with him, let me know.
Well, I mean, you're on with Serpico.
Yes, and thank you.
Well, you know what's funny? I do quite a few radio interviews during 3 and 4 minute breaks sometimes. And one day I had Jesse Ventura on with me as a guest, and then I went on the station for my 4 minute interview during the long break at 20 after, and I don't think they believed I really had Jesse Ventura. And they hung up on me. It was funny.
Oh, goodness.
But side issue. Bob, in my gut, though, I feel like this Rick Perry sex stuff is really dangerous.